Nematodes are microscopic roundworms found in many habitats. Most nematode species are beneficial members of their ecosystem. However, a number of genera and species of nematodes are highly damaging to a great range of hosts including vegetable crops, agricultural crops, ornamental plants, forest trees and agricultural crops. Here we will discuss two of the most damaging species of nematodes, namely root knot nematode, that means Melioidogaene species, and reniform nematode, that means Rotulangulus reniformis. Root knot nematodes, that is Melioidogaene species, are microscopic and parasitic nematodes usually found in the roots of infected plants. They are one of the most damaging groups of plant parasitic nematodes and tend to parasitize almost all major crops. Under the genus Melioidogaene, nearly 98 species are found, but most damage causing species encountered by farmers are Melioidogaene incognita, Melioidogaene javanica, Melioidogaene hapla and Melioidogaene arenaria. A study conducted shows that 5% of the total world production is destroyed by Melioidogaene species every year. It is been observed from a study that more than 3000 plant species have been identified as host to root knot nematodes. Also, nearly all cultivated crops are attacked by at least a single species of root knot nematode. Thus, it is difficult to identify common crops that are non-host. Reniform nematode, on the other hand, is an endoparasitic of plants with worldwide distribution, especially tropical and subtropical regions. At present, there are 10 species classified in the genus. However, Rotulangulus reniformis is the only species of major economic importance to agriculture. It is being found to attack over 140 species of more than 115 plant genera in 46 families. This economically important and wide host range includes banana, cabbage, cantaloupe, citrus, kale, lettuce, mango, okra, pigeon pea, pineapple, sugarcane, cotton, corn, onion, beans, potato, carrot, plum, pear, cowpea, soya bean, tobacco, eggplant and tomato. Root knot nematode, Melioidogaene species. Root knot nematodes are one of the most damaging groups of plant parasitic nematodes, and these nematodes are pests of almost all major crops. These worms live in the soil and attack the roots of plants. Crop production problems induced by nematodes therefore generally occur as a result of root disinfection, reducing rooting volume, and for aging and utilization efficiency of water and nutrients. About 5% of the total production of the world is being subjected to destruction by root knot nematodes, particularly Melioidogaene species. It is easily found in every temperate and tropical country and could possibly be the single most damaging crop pathogen throughout the world. Damage caused by root knot nematode in different vegetable crop. A wide range of vegetable crops are susceptible for infection by root knot nematode. Some of them are we are going to discuss here. Potato, carrot and beetroot. Roots of or tubers of potato are invaded by root knot nematodes. After invading, it establishes a feeding site and develops into an adult stage. Adult females are swollen, sedentary and lay eggs in a gelatinous matrix on or just below the root surface. These eggs after hatching lay eggs in the gelatinous matrix on or just below the root surface of the root. The feeding of the potato tubers by root knot nematodes reduces the vigor of plants, causing blemishes on tubers. Characteristic symptoms of damage include galling of potato tubers. In addition, stunting of plants, chlorosis of leaves, appearance of tiny round bumps on heavily infested plants on feeder roots, small distinct galls accompanied by proliferation of lateral roots around these galls, resulting pimpling and distortion of edible roots and tubers and early dying of potato, tomato, bell pepper, chili and eggplants. Root knot nematodes are serious pest of tomato, bell pepper and eggplants. Nematodes in the soil live on the root juices of plants, resulting in small swelling referred to as galls or root knots. Eggs are deposited on the roots or inside the roots or in decaying root debris. The juveniles tend to hatch from egg, move towards the root tip and feed on the root tissues. These vegetable crops may be attacked by root knot nematode, that means Melioidogyne, at all stages of growth. Root knot nematode causes distinctive galls on the roots which may be up to 1 inch in diameter. However, they are normally much smaller. These galls tend to interfere with the flow of water and nutrients to the plant. An increased rate of ethylene production is observed in infected plant, which is thought to be largely responsible for symptom expression, especially closely associated root knot nematode infection and gall formation. Affected plants exhibit stunted growth. Decline symptoms usually occur in patches of non-uniform growth rather than as an overall decline of plants within an entire field. Respond poorly to fertilizer, often pearl green than normal, produce fewer and smaller fruits, wilt readily in hot weather and in severe cases causes death of plant. In addition to posing difficulty for uptake of water and food materials by the plants, root knot makes the plants more prone to root rots and vascular wilts. The damage caused by root knot nematode in different fruit crops. Root knot nematode constitute one of the major limiting factors in fruit crop production. Infection with root knot nematode causes necrosis resulting in serious economic consequences. These nematodes are responsible for 30 to 40% yield losses in various fruit crops. Papaya. Papaya is one of the important fruit crops grown in tropical and subtropical regions. Root knot damage causes serious damage to the crops. It reduces the vigor and growth of plants, and in case of severe infestation, it might even result in the premature death of the tree. About 20 to 40% yield loss is observed due to root knot infestation. Appearance of galls on host root system is the primary symptom. Infected plants appear as patches in the field. The roots of the infected trees branch out profusely, resulting in bird root symptom. Affected root become knobby and knotty. Sometimes root tips are devitalized and their growth is stopped. In plants with severe root knot infection, root system is reduced and the rootlets are almost completely absent and tend to lose their ability to take up water and nutrients. The symptoms may be characterized as a combination of galls and coarse roots resulting in stunting, yellowing and drying of leaves. It is been observed that root knot infection predisposes plants to fungal and bacterial root pathogens. Banana. Banana and plantain crops are commonly accompanied by root knot nematodes Melidogene incognita and Melidogene javanica. The characteristic symptoms produced by root knot on banana include swollen, galled primary and secondary roots. Many at times there is little or no gall formation and the growth of root tip is restricted. This is followed by proliferation of new roots just above the infected tissues. Occurrence of secondary and tertiary roots are much lower in infected plants. Yellowing and narrowing of leaves, stunted growth of plant and reduced fruit production forms the above ground symptom of root knot infection. Grapes. Grapevine throughout the world is subjected to damage by plant parasitic nematodes. Numerous species of root knot nematode parasitize grapes and differs in significance depending upon the geographical area. Nematode infestation produces galls in young rootlets and heavy infection might result in complete loss of the root system. These nematodes feed on roots, reducing vigor and yield of vine with no regular pattern across the vineyard. Damage pattern may be observed with soil textural differences. Root knot nematode penetrate into the roots of grapevines and induce gall formation resulting in giant root galls. Such galls cause obstruction in the uptake of water and nutrients from the soil. It also makes the plant susceptible to infection with other bacterial and fungal diseases, thus weakening the grapevine. Damage caused by root knot nematode in ornamental plants. Ornamental plants beautify our environment and are a vital part of our economy. Root knot nematodes can seriously damage ornamental plants. The root knot nematodes form a limiting factor in maintaining ornamental plants. Roses, carnations, daisies, gerbera among the few. At present, it appears to be the most important pest of ornamental plants. Many nematode species are associated with landscape ornamentals, but relatively only few of them cause serious problems. The root knot nematodes are by far the most important nematodes that act as threat to ornamentals. Characteristic symptom are formation of galls. Root knot gall tissues is firm without a hollow center and is an integral part of the root. Removing the root knot gall from the root tears root tissue. In some cases, the root are distorted or stops the growth completely. Loss of luster of foliage and susceptible to wilting. Prolonged root stress gradually resulting in leaf chlorosis. Weak growth of new fleshes with fewer leaves than healthy plants. Reniform nematode Rotulangulus reniformis. Reniform nematode has wide host range and associated with large number of vegetable in India. It is considered as pest of great economic importance after root knot nematode. It is a semi-endoparasitic, tend to remain attached to the roots and found everywhere in tropical and subtropical soils. Plant infected with reniform nematode show stunting in growth and reduced and discolored root system. There is reduction in germination and crop stand during pre and post emergence of seedlings. The term reniform in Rotulangulus reniformis refers to the kidney-shaped body of the mature female. The female of this class penetrates the root and remains in one place at a permanent feeding site with its posterior end projecting from the root. The infective agent is an immature female which attacks the root and grows to maturity at its feeding site. Male are vermiform, eggs are laid in gelatinous matrix. The major species of reniform nematode is Rotulangulus reniformis, which is found in both tropical and warm temperate soils. It is the major pest of cotton plant and hence is of great economic importance. In addition, Rotulangulus reniformis has a wide host range which includes cotton, castor, chickpea, soybean, tobacco, tea, banana, pineapple, cucumber, radish, pigeon pea, etc. Cotton. In the last few decades, plant parasitic nematodes have been a major problem and have been recognized as an important limiting factor for cotton. There also exist two races, that is A and B form for reniform nematodes. However, only race A attacks cotton. Loss incurred from cotton by this nematode is huge. Nematodes are soil dwelling plant pathogen and are often overlooked by farmers. Damage to plants may be seen very early, but non-specificity of symptom often leads to nematode problems being misdiagnosed as due to nutritional or soil factors. Infection of cotton by Rotulangulus reniformis cause direct reduction in yield, lint percentage and fiber elongation is reduced. Boll maturity is delayed accompanied by reduction in boll size and lint quality and quantity. Nematode infestation also makes the plant susceptible to wilt disease in wilt susceptible varieties. Symptoms apart from general non-specific symptoms of nematode infection in field include appearance of few small and less dark green leaves in nematode stressed plants, stunted growth, reduced vigor and yellowing of leaves. The margins of the leaves develop a purple tinge in case of heavy infestation. The cultivated field with old history of infection shows uniform crop damage that may go unnoticed. However, new infection shows up as patches of poor growth. Severe infection often leads to shortening of roots. Pineapple. Reniform nematode is the most economically damaging nematode on pineapple. Rotulangulus reniformis feeds on the cortical tissue of the lateral roots and seems that it does not affect the elongation of primary roots. Root damage caused by reniform nematode is less severe when compared to root knot nematode. However, damage is evenly distributed over the entire area where pineapple is grown. General symptoms of reniformis infestation include reduced root system, leaf chlorosis, overall stunting of host plants, and reduced yields and plant longevity. Often, female nematodes and their eggs are visible when plant roots are viewed under a dissecting microscope. Papaya. The reniform nematode Rotulangulus reniformis has been found to be the most significant nematode pest of papaya, especially on fields where the previous crop grown was pineapple. The above ground symptoms of the nematode infestation include plant stunting, moderate to severe leaf chlorosis, and severe wilting. On the other hand, the below ground symptoms are difficult to identify without expert supervision and requires the assistance of a hand lens. After the root is washed, small sand-like bodies remain attached to the root system, which is the egg mass of the nematode. Fruits produced are smaller and might be mildly insipid. Soya bean. Plant parasitic nematodes are among the most serious disease problems in soybean production. Reniform nematode is one of the most important pests on soybean and can be a limiting factor in soybean production. Soybean is considered as very good host plant for reniform nematode and is very capable of causing devastation where it occurs. Rotulangulus reniformis infestation symptoms are not always clear cut with reniform in soybeans. Therefore, soybean growers really need to keep a close watch on the development of reniform problems. Most common symptoms include stunted growth, yellowing of leaves, and loss of yield. Tobacco. Reniform nematodes are the most important soil-borne pest of tobacco. Direct effect on tobacco plant is difficult to identify, but it predisposes the plant to other fungal and bacterial diseases resulting in yield loss and death of the organism in case of severity of infestation. Yellowing of leaves, premature wilting, reduced plant growth followed by necrosis and destruction of feeder roots are some of the symptoms observed which may be easily misdiagnosed related to soil fertility issues. Sweet potato. The reniform nematode Rotulangulus reniformis has been found associated with sweet potato in many regions where the crop is cultivated. Infected sweet potato plants shows poor growth, reddish leaves and are less upright than healthy plants. Plants heavily infected with this nematode may collapse and die. The sweet potato tubers appear shrunken and the yield is severely affected. They also tend to cause surface cracking of tubers of sweet potato. Management strategies: sanitation, preventing builds up and spread. Seedlings and other propagating material have to be grown in nematode free soil. Soil has to be tested for nematodes before planting in main fields. If the soil in the field is infected with nematode, preventive measures such as soil sterilization, chemical application, etc. have to be adopted before planting any material. Burn diseased plants. The refuse of diseased plant should be burned instead of throwing it to compost or manure heaps. Affected potatoes have to be boiled before feeding them to livestock in order to destroy nematodes. Adopting crop rotation. Susceptible plants have to be stopped from repeatedly growing in the same area so as to control the nematode buildup. Non-host plants of the particular nematode species have to be chosen. Green manures have to be incorporated into the soil, and it should be made sure that organic matters have been decomposed prior to planting. Solarization. This technique involves covering raised or moist beds using plastic for nearly 2 to 4 months during the hottest month of the year. An increase in temperature of soil will killing many soil-borne pathogens including plant parasitic nematodes. Nematodes from the moist beds tend to hatch from the eggs, move around for roots and soon will die of starvation. Summer fallow. Here all vegetation is kept off the infected area till the soil of each period of rain. This is actually a cheap and effective way to reduce nematode numbers. This method does not stop the nematode egg from hatching, but the hatched egg worms will die of starvation. Organic amendments. Soil has to be amended with different organic matters which include poultry manure, sawdust, pigeon litter and various crop residues. Certain beneficial fungi and bacteria are parasites of nematode eggs and also prey on nematodes. The eggs that are parasitized do not hatch and thus the nematode population are reduced. Using resistant cultivars. Numerous nematode resistant cultivars of root knot and reniform nematodes have been developed. Using such resistant cultivars may go a long way in nematode management. Using chemical nematicides. This method, though controls the nematodes effectively, is not advisable because it is not cost effective. Besides, it harms the environment and there is always a chance for an emergence of nematicide tolerant nematode. Biological control. Biocontrol agents have been developed against these nematodes which are quite effective in controlling nematode population. Some examples of such biocontrol agents include Paecilomyces and Trichoderma species, etc. These biocontrol agents act by parasiting the nematode eggs or not allowing the nematode to catch. Sometimes the newly hatched worms are parasitized. This is an effective and eco-friendly way to manage nematodes. In the last few decades, plant parasitic nematodes have been recognized as an important limiting factor for crop production. Numerous species of plant parasitic nematodes have been reported to cause serious loss in many vegetable crops, fruit crops, commercial and ornamental crops. Phytonematodes can cause significant damage in the crop plants which may range from negligible injury to complete destruction of the crop. The severity of infestation depends on many factors such as the host plant as well as the nematode species, involved environmental factors, soil type, cultural practice, so on and so forth. In this session, we have discussed two most important plant parasitic nematodes, namely root knot nematodes and reniform nematodes. These are nearly universally distributed and have a wide range of host plants. Root knot infected plants exhibit necrosis and destruction of the feeder roots accompanied by poor growth, premature wilting and death of the infected plants.